The Radio Memories Network is brought to you in part by Liberated Syndication, podcast publishing made easy, libsyn.com. That's libsyn.com.
Welcome to the Old Time Radio Network Adventures. What adventures awaits our heroes? Let's go back to the early days of radio and our imaginations to our featured presentation.
Episode 4 Conquest marches on. As our fast-talking, hard-hitting adventurer finds himself accused of assaulting a pretty young lady on the underground. It's only when our hero, 1066, discovers that the young lady is the victim of a mysterious blackmailer known as The Voice, he marches into yet another hell-for-leather action-packed adventure in search of the baddies.
Off already, Mr. Blatt? Can I get you a cab?
If I wanted a cab, I'd ask for one. I have my motor car parked around the corner.
And a good night to you then, sir.
You're never alone with a strange black cat. Cigarettes. Get your cigarettes. Black cats. Black cats. Cigarettes.
Oh!
Give you a fright, did I? Got a light, Governor?
Light? Oh, right, yes. Yes, I think I've a match here somewhere. What? What are you... Oh, no! No, please! No!
Thanks for the light, sucker.
Sorry, sir, no one's allowed through here.
That's all right, Sergeant.
Chief Inspector Williams, sir. Sorry, sir. Thought he was another one from the papers.
Right, well, you better give me the story before I read it in the evenings.
Seems he was one of them, sir. A journalist. Bramley Blett of the Echo. Did some sort of society column.
Not short of suspects, eh?
Yeah, not the most popular chap by all accounts, no, sir. Nose in everyone's business. Young lady found him on her way home from the office party with some chums in the small hours. Bit of a state she's in. He's not pretty.
Well, no other witnesses? What about the cause, then?
Well, see for yourself, sir. It's a funny thing.
Oh, good grief. Thank you, Sergeant. It's a bit early in the morning, even for me. Single bullet to the head.
Yeah, that's just it, sir. Saw a bit of this sort of thing on the Somme. Strikes me there's no exit wound. And look here, round where the bullet went in. My God. That ring around the wound must be off the muzzle of the gun where it was put right up against his temple. And what I can't fathom is why it didn't take the whole of the other side of his head off.
The black ring.
Sir?
Never mind, Sergeant. Get a full copy of your report across to me as soon as you can. We present Christopher Cazenove as Norman Conquest and Bonnie Langford as Pixie in Conquest Marches On. Adapted for radio by Guy Fithen from the book by Barclay Gray. Conquest Marches On.
Too depressed to be back in the old smoke desperado. Anyone would think you've been bored with all that sun, sand and sea.
I would have stayed another month if that was what it took to get you 100% again, funny face.
The thought.
Anyhow, now I've got you back to civilization, how'd you like to drag me off to that new show at the Criterion tonight?
Chance acquaintance. Well, even if you could buy me off that easily, which you can't, how do you propose we get tickets? It's a smash.
You grab a cab with the bags and I'll speed into town on the underground, pick up the tickets and get home to Underneath the Arches before you.
Conquest, you're on.
Excuse me, can I... Thank you. Excuse me, miss, if I could just open my paper. Thank you.
No, I won't. Get away from me, you swine! Leave me alone!
Hey, steady on, lady. No need to throw your fists around.
Let go of me, you blood-sucking! Leave me alone!
I don't know what you think your game is, but you're picking on the wrong man.
I know what your game is, you filthy animal!
He's interfering with a That's an old dinner! Someone fetch a policeman!
There you are, Mandeville. I just wanted to say how sweet I thought it was of you to put those beautiful flowers in my room.
I always think it's nice to come out to flowers, Miss Everard. It's good to have you back.
Now tell me honestly, Mandeville, do you think this gown is dramatic enough for the theatre?
Miss, you'll steal the show. Bayswater 1066.
Hello, that's you, Brother Mandy. 1066. Don't say anything. Ran into a spot of bother, and if I'm not lively, I could end up not getting Miss Joy to her seat by curtain up. Grab a cab, will you, and whistle down to Gun Street Police Station. I need you to bail me out.
Bail you out, Governor?
Don't ask. There's 50 quid in the bureau. And telephone Sweet William and ask him to come down as well. I think I might need his authority. On your skates, Mandy, and whatever you do, not a word to Miss Joy.
Yeah, but, sir,
You needn't say a thing, Mandeville. I heard every word. You phone Chief Inspector Williams. I'll get down to Gun Street.
Shall I call you a taxi, miss?
I'll take the Hispano. It'll be quicker. Good evening, Officer Everard. Joy Everard. I understand you're holding Mr. Norman Conquest. Would you mind telling me on what charge?
You're a friend of Mr. Conquest, miss?
Oh, his best.
Well, you see, miss, he's charged with assaulting a young lady, miss, on a train.
Ridiculous! Would it be helpful if I were to identify Mr. Conquest for you?
That would be helpful, yes, miss. If you take a look at him.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mandeville Peach, did he? I might have guessed. Well, thanks for coming down.
You can lock up again, officer. I've never seen this man before in my life.
Now, hold on, Pixie. You're not going to...
Pixie! You can't, Pixie!
Why on earth do you suppose this fellow would want to try and pass himself off as Norman Conquest?
Well, from what I've heard of your Mr. Conquest, Miss Everard, it did sound a bit out of character for him to have done something like this.
Oh, absolutely. And you say that this beast just attacked the poor girl on the train without provocation as she was on her way home to... Where was it you said? Notting Hill?
No, Rushton Hill, miss. 23 Maple Court Road. I don't see... Miss?
Mitchell!
Sir?
You've got young Conquest here.
Well, I thought I had, sir, but, well, you just this second mister. Miss Everard came by to bail him out and says she doesn't know him from Adam. So it's not Mr. Conquest after all. So I'm not quite sure who we've got, sir. And Miss Everard...
Mitchell, I think you'd better let me have a look. Bail won't be necessary, Mitchell. I'll take responsibility.
Yes, sir.
Now, perhaps you'll take a seat and explain to me exactly what's going on this time, Conquest. They tell me you got fresh with some girl in the Duke.
Well, I never touched the girl. She went for me like a wildcat.
Why?
How should I know? I was just looking through my paper to see if I could find the review for this show I should be enjoying with Pixie at this very moment when she went into a frenzy.
What paper?
Huh? Well, this Standard. Oh, forget the paper.
My God.
What's that?
Here. Look, the paper. The black ring.
The black what?
This advertisement. McJohn's Black Circle Whiskey. She must have thought you were a black ring agent. She must be another victim, so that's why she went off the handle. She's at breaking point, and when you appeared and flashed a sign at her, it sent her into a funk.
I'm beginning to think it must be me. Everyone around me seems to have gone completely round the twist. What the devil are you blathering about?
Had you ever heard of a man named Bramley Blett?
Writes the smut column?
That's the one. Or was. Someone put a steel spike through his brain in the early hours of this morning, left a neat black ring of printer's ink around the hole, but not a finger or footprint. All Blett left is a bank account, and that was cleaned out over the last 6 weeks. They bled him dry.
Blackmail?
Blett was the third in 5 weeks. In each case, it's instant death. No witnesses, no clues, just a sign of the black ring. The news house can't get enough of it. It's front-page stuff. The 3 that had been murdered were victims who jibbed. They were done in public places, in spectacular ways, to put the wind up other victims to make sure that they all pay up.
Go on.
My fear is that there are maybe hundreds, literally under the yoke. Where are you going?
If I know Pixie at all, she'll have picked up the scent of intrigue from our Miss Mary Langford's little outburst on the train, and if your hunch about that girl and the Black Ring Gang is right...
Lord.
Chick, I've got to see the voice.
Pipe down, you fool. Matches, Governor. Certainly. You know the rules. No one sees the voice. What's going to
No,
you?
I'm telling you, I've got to see him, and quick. There's trouble. If not him, then someone big.
Shut it. This better be important, or we'll both be for it. Inside this packet of fags, a slip of paper. It'll tell you where to go. Tell them you want your photograph taken. Tell them your name's West. Remember?
Photo?
Sling your rock. 10 players. There you go, sir. Cheerio. Black cats. You're never alone with a strain. Cigarettes, cigarettes, black cats, thank you, black cats, cigarettes, cigarettes, black cats, cigarettes.
Can I help you, sir?
I want me photo taken.
Your name, sir?
Oh, yes, West. William West.
Oh, Mr. West, we've been expecting you. Sit here facing the mirror.
Hey, what? Them lights! I can't see a thing!
I have to make 1 or 2 adjustments to the camera. Please don't move until I return.
What is it you want to tell me?
Voice, where are you?
If you get out of that chair, look, Marvin, it'll be the last move you ever make.
Oh, God!
You know the rules. No one sees the voice. Ever. So tell me, what have you got that's so important that couldn't go through the regular channels?
Okay, Chief. There's trouble. I was meant to collect from a girl, the Langford girl, this evening. I tailed her from her office and was about to make contact when she got off the tube.
Get to the point.
She went all wild all of a sudden, clawing and screaming at this bloke on a train. Anyway, there was such a crush, this fella couldn't scarp her, but he didn't even try. I heard this young bloke give his name when he was arrested. Conquest, he says. All bold like. Norman Conquest.
Go on.
As soon as I heard it was Conquest, I followed them to the station, Gun Street. They was in there a while when Mary Langford comes out. There's a taxi waiting for her. I thinks to myself, I'll stick around for Conquest. Then Conquest's girl arrives.
Everard.
Anyhow, she's out of the station again in a flash and away. I'm in 2 minds whether to go after her when Williams arrives. Yeah, you know him.
Chief Inspector Williams.
He comes out again a bit later with Conquest at the double. And they're best of mates too, by the looks of things, because Williams gets Conquest to drive his car.
And you came directly to me.
That's right, boss. Thought you ought to know, as soon as possible.
And your vigilance will be rewarded. Good work, Marvin. See Chick at the kiosk tomorrow. There'll be an extra 200 for you. Now go quickly. This interview was ended.
Oh, do you have to overtake on blind Ben's Conquest?
It wasn't blind, sweet William. I could see that there was no oncoming traffic in the reflection in the chemist's window. It's a big operation. There'll be weak links. Haven't you nabbed one of the pickup men in the act and made him put a finger on the big boss?
Oh, we can't make it stick. They'll approach the victim and make themselves known in any number of ways. An ebony ring on a finger, a cigarette lighter with a black ring motif, or something like the advertisement you such at the poor girl tonight. The sharks we have cracked don't have any more idea about who their boss is than us. Every now and then we think, but try not to hit anything, Conquest. We think we've got a line on the voice, but it always fizzles out.
The voice?
No one's ever got a glimpse of this mysterious figure. Not even his own people. They've just heard him. And we've no clues at all as to who or where he might be.
Tell me, sweet William, do you believe in fate?
Fate? No, I don't. What are you driving at?
Well, you should, Bill, you should. I've scarcely hit the tarmac, and fate shoves me into that redhead on the train.
Oh, Miss Everard, I'm so terribly sorry. I was so silly on the train.
Don't worry, Mary. Everything will be all right now. You'll see.
You must believe I didn't do anything bad. It was just that there was such a lot of work suddenly, and I just wanted to help poor Mr. Chester all I could. It never occurred to me until I received that beastly call that anyone could think... And the voice said that they'd tell Mrs. Chester and there would be a divorce and I would be named as co-respondent.
Mary, you haven't really done anything wrong, have you?
Well, sometimes he would buy me supper, but it was only because we were working solidly through the evening. I'd take my portable typewriter and he'd dictate. We worked quicker than at the office. And once, when we finished a big project, he took me dancing to celebrate. I didn't want to offend him. He was just being kind. It was the next day I got the demand from the voice. I would have gone to the police, but the Black Ring murders.
Don't cry, Mary. We're going back to the station to withdraw those charges and let Norman Conquest sort it all out. I expect by now he's getting a little impatient.
What the... Conquest, the headlights. You can't see a thing.
Correction, Bill. You can't see a thing. I've had my left eye shut for the last mile and it's already adjusted to the darkness. I don't want to let everyone in Maple Court Road know that we've arrived, do we? Now, kill the engine and we should coast nicely.
Mary Langford's is number 23. It Must be up at the far end.
Wait here until I flash a signal, Sweet William. I want to be sure to surprise our friends if they're planning a welcoming party. Enjoying the night air? I'll take that, thank you. 45. Nice. Couldn't help noticing the tip of your cigarette a bit early in the year for glow worms to be lurking in the bushes. Okay, friend, let's find Chief Inspector Williams, shall we?
Quick, Marty!
Not falling! Not quite quick enough, Marty!
Conquest!
Damn it, Bill, I thought you were going to stay with the car. We've lost them now.
I thought you might need a hand. Lord, are you all right?
I think so. A bit of an egg on the back of my head, but I'm thrilled to say I don't think this is my blood. Caught one of them on the nose.
Oh, it must have exploded.
Should make him a bit easier to pick out in the crowd, anyway.
Let me guess, you tunnelled out of Gun Street, or did you make such a nuisance of yourself that they threw you out? You do look a sight. Hello, Chief.
Hello, Joy. Good to see you back in one piece, and obviously back on form.
I couldn't resist it, Desperado. Besides, I rather fancied the idea of tracking down single-handed the wicked woman that had framed you.
Yes. As for you, Miss Langford...
Please let me explain.
There's no need. I haven't been back a day, and I've already got London's newest, dirtiest crime organisation after my blood. I can see lots and lots of fun ahead.
There can't be anybody left in there, surely. It's almost broad daylight.
It's never late when you're at a nightclub, Inspector, until midnight, and after that it's early.
Oh, well, it's too late for me. My eyes are starting to see double.
Talking of seeing double, hadn't we seen that character before? Over there at the cigarette stand. I'm sure he bought cigarettes earlier.
You're right, Desperado. I recognise his grubby old Macintosh. It's not half an hour since he bought the last pack.
I'm sure that kiosk is some sort of command post for the ring. Our friend with the ears like wingnuts behind the counter is somehow passing instructions along with a pack of cigarettes and matches.
That's why the thug you tackled outside Miss Langford's had so many cigarettes on him.
But I can't see any sign of a telephone. So where are the orders coming from? Pixie, you're a bit of a thespian.
All right, come back in 20 minutes. There's a customer coming. Yes, miss. You okay, miss? You don't look too well.
Oh, I'm all right. I just came over a bit faint, that's all.
Blimey.
Hang on to your hat, Bill.
You flattened it.
That was the general idea. I wouldn't bother, Bill. I don't think you'll catch him. You're right, Pixie. Nice work. Now then, what have we got here?
What the devil is that?
It's a miniature communication tube, if I'm not mistaken. Runs on compressed air by the look of it, like the ones in the department stores. And look!
What does it say?
Notify 29. Proceed Catford at once. Give H the works.
That message can't have come far. This tube must go to that photographic studio. And that means the voice must be in there right now.
Conquest, wait for me!
Step aside if you don't want to get hurt. Where is he, you slug? Where's the voice?
I don't know who you mean.
Come on out, voice! Show yourself before I tear the place apart. I know you're in here somewhere. Like that. So, there you are. Hiya, voice.
But you can't be. I shot you.
That's what you think. I never did like blackmailers.
No! Oh!
What's the rush, boys? I've just started. Smile for the birdie.
Oh!
Desperado!
In here, funny face. Through the looking glass.
Good Lord. A hidey hole behind a trick mirror. Is that microphone?
Allow me to introduce...
The voice.
That's Manny O'Levy, the manager of the Gates of Hercules. And look here. This must be the thing that drove the spike through Blett's brain. There's black ink still around the rim.
Nasty little toy. And you'd better get down to Catford to mop up, Bill.
Norman, are you all right?
Couldn't be better, Pixie, thanks to this. Your performance was terrific, by the way.
You crafty rogue. Bulletproof, is it?
Exactly. Thought it might come in useful.
Conquest, I don't know how you do it. Oh, wait a moment. Conquest, what about my car?
Well, Bill, that's our second attempt at seeing the show.
Where's Miss Everard?
I left her at the theatre.
Good.
I suppose you do realise I'm going to miss half the first act because of you dragging me down.
Oh, damn the first act, Conquest. Take a look.
Ugly, damned ugly, at the sign of the Black Ring. But why bump him off in a school playground and daub black paint all round him? And why riddle him with so many bullets?
Why? Today's papers are full of how we've got the voice, how we smashed the Black Ring. Oh, I can see tomorrow's headlines already. I'll be the laughing stock of the force. The voice is still out there. We're more closer to him now, and the ring goes on.
I'm devilish sorry about O'Leary, Bill, but when I grabbed him, I really thought I'd got the big shot.
Well, there's nothing more you can do here. You might as well get back to Miss Everard at the theatre. And Conquest, watch your step. They'll be gunning for you, too.
Thanks, Bill. I will.
Bayswater 1066?
Is that you, Brother Mandy? Well, speak up. There's no extra charge for a bit of volume.
Oh, it's you, Governor.
Now, listen up, Mandy. I need you to shoot down here as soon as you can.
What, to the theatre, sir? Don't you want to give me your number?
Well, forget the number. It's the criterion. Wait for me outside the main entrance. Can't say any more on the phone, but it's important. Don't fail me, Mandy.
But, sir, what
Taxi!
He fell for it. The voice must be able to do Conquest to a T.
Quick as you can.
Yeah, the dope will hang around the theatre till the show's over.
Yeah.
That'll give us at least an hour. Come on.
Beats me why anyone would live under the trains with all his bread.
What is keeping you? These locks are a bit tasty. OK, I've got 'em. We're in.
Right, will you get them lights?
Well, it's OK. Yeah, it must just be one of his gadgets. Puts the lights on automatic when he comes in. Yeah, now, keep your guard up. He may have other...
Shut up! It's him! Conquest, he's not supposed to be here!
Get out of sight!
Well, it'll be a chance acquaintance indeed if we ever do get to see the show.
Hello, what's Mandy up to?
Why?
Well, the lobby lights, they should have come on. I told Livingston that if he was going out...
Conquest!
I got him! He's down!
But not quite out, brother!
That's enough! Let him go, Conquest, or I'll spray the lady's brains across your room.
You rat, you harm one hair!
Don't you listen to him, Desperado!
That it! Get up, Butch. Pull yourself together. Rope him good. That's it. And search him. He's bound to be rodded up.
I never carry a rod in my tuxedo, Marty. How's the nose?
Cut the cracks, Conquest.
Conquest! Norman! You beasts!
Decided to join the party, eh?
Pixie, are you...
I'm okay. How's the head?
What have you done with Mandeville? If you...
Yeah, since he don't seem to be around, I thought you and the lady might like a nightcap. Scotch all right?
If you're going to try and force that stuff on the
Bit
lady...
much for her, you think? Well, see these? Knockout drops. You can both have some. They might take your headache away, won't they, Butch?
Yeah, take it clean off.
Yeah, and after you've had your drinks, we're going to take you outside for some fresh air, out on a railway.
Let her go, for God's sake. She won't do anything.
Only hound these vermin to the end of the earth.
You young fool. They might have
Hold
spared
him,
you.
Butch. We'll deal with her later. How's that? That's it. Just so both their necks are on the rail. Sweetly done. Come on, the train's coming. No need for us to be around when it stops. Let's get out of it.
Mr. Conquest, can you hear me? Sir?
Livingston, I presume.
Oh, blimey, Governor. I'm glad you're coming round. Better take it easy for a bit.
What hit me? What are we doing up here? I feel like I've been run over by a bull elephant.
Them two men, Governor. Remember? Brought you up here onto the tracks through the trap door.
Them two? Pixie.
She's all right, sir. Ain't even scratched. Out for the count, though. I took her back down inside.
Cut the flannel, Livingston. You've got smuts all over your face. I'll tell you just what happened. You saw the train was coming, and you rushed onto the line and hauled us off it with so little time to spare you were very nearly mown down yourself.
Well, Governor, it was a bit close.
You risked your neck to save ours, and it's no good shaking your head like that. You can't fool me. I'm unfoolable. It sounds silly to say it, but thanks.
It sounds silly, Governor, because it is silly. Besides, it wasn't me that got you and Miss Joy out of this mess. You did it yourself. Wasn't it you that arranged to always say 1066 whenever you telephoned?
What on earth has that got to do with it?
Well, everything hinged on that. I'd have been completely fooled otherwise, because the voice on the telephone, well, it was yours, Governor. I'd have sworn it. I was halfway to the theatre, but it just kept gnawing away. Even when I reminded you, or whoever it was, you still didn't give me your code signal. Well, in the end, I just had to tell the cabby to turn round.
Remind me to double your wages in the morning, Brother Mandy. Hello. More trouble already?
You're still alive, then?
Your concern is touching, Sweet William. We were billed as killings 2 and 3 tonight. A couple of knockout drops in a glass of malt, and a train would have prevented the hangover if it hadn't been for our hero of the hour, Livingston, here.
Good Lord, did you get a look at them?
Yes, my friend Marty of the squashed nose from the other night and his pal without a neck. Which reminds me, Livingston, did you set the automatic light latch when you went out?
Of course. I wasn't likely to forget that, sir.
Good man. In that case, Bill, you can take a look at them for yourself. Beautiful. Here you are, Bill. It's a modern development of the tin type.
Oh, it's amazing. Oh, they're a handsome-looking pair. I'm damned if that ugly devil in front isn't Fred Bars. I've never seen a better snap. How the hell did you get it?
Simplicity yourself. The camera is hidden in the barometer opposite the front door. When someone enters uninvited, it trips a flash gun and the camera shutter along with the lights. You know where this Fred Bars lives?
Yeah, he's a dip. I picked him up last in Kennington about a year ago. Dingy old slum off the main road. Fairview Mansions, I think it was called. You know, I bet it was these characters that bumped off poor Hodgson earlier as well.
Hodgson?
The corpse you saw in Catford nigh on cut in half with a Tommy gun turned out to have been the doorman of G.H. Chester and Company Limited.
Gerald Chester? Mary Langford's employer?
The same. Now, Conquest, you can't blame.
Damn it, I do, Bill. If I hadn't been so half-witted as to mistake that snake Manny O'Levy for the voice, that doorman would still be alive. And Pixie...
All right. I'm going to pick up a squad from headquarters and go and pay Fred Barr or Marty or whatever he likes to call himself a visit. And you are not going to start any more trouble.
Oh, me? Be yourself, Sweet William. Do you think I'd leave Pixie in this condition even if I was up to it? And that dope has given me a thick head.
Okay, but what's your step, Conquest? Oh, can I keep this picture?
Be my guest. Just make sure you nail them, Bill. Well, good night and good hunting. I'd better see you to the door before I turn in. I don't know where Livingston's crept off to. Livingston?
I thought if you was going to Kennington, you might like me to drive, Governor, since you've had a bit to drink.
What about...
Miss Joy seems comfortable enough sleeping it off on the back seat, sir. I didn't like to leave her alone. Oh, I thought you might like your watch with the razor files in the band, the number 3 lighter, and your cigarette case. And I thought the Luger. It's loaded. Safety catch on.
You'll do, Brother Mandy. We're going to get Marty and a line on the voice, the real voice this time. All set? And put your foot on it.
That's it, sir. Fairview Mansions.
Aptly named.
Sir?
Oh, forget it, Brother Mandy. Looks as though everyone's in bed except for our night owls.
No balcony on that top floor, Governor.
Looks as though there's a bit of a ledge on the brickwork, though. The window's slightly open. Wait for me here, Livingston, and keep your eyes skinned.
If it's all the same, Governor, I don't think I'll watch.
All right, you far. Here, boy. Why ain't Marty ever got any beer in that flat?
Beautiful.
Everything's Jake, boys. The voice came across sweet. Chick was late, but what the hell? The alibis are sewn up. And take a butcher's at this.
How much?
300 jimmies, and we split 3 ways.
Aye.
Yeah, boys, big butch. And we'll split this jack right away. Here.
It's a swizzle to take the cash, boys. What made you think you would kill me so easily?
Yeah, but
Thanks, I'll take that. Useful for petty cash. No, I shouldn't do that, Marty, if I were you. And Butch, put me on the spot, okay? Ow! What did you say your name was? I don't believe I had the pleasure.
No!
Dope me. Put me on the tracks. That's okay, too. But do the same to young pigs and you're asking for trouble, and I'm here to deliver it.
Don't kill me! It was the voice! He gave the orders. We was just doing what we was told.
Remember this, Comrade Marty. If you so much as think of laying a finger on Pixie again, I'll kill you with my bare hands. A nice, clean job.
Open up in the name of the law! Whoop!
Shh! You'll wake the neighbours, Bill.
You've gone too far this time. What the hell do you think you're doing?
Nothing at all, Bill. The show's over. Exhibit A, Marty. Exhibit B.
Damn it, man, you are not the law.
A lot of good the law would have been with their alibis to protect them. All you need now is an ambulance.
But I need evidence.
Well, yeah, you better take charge of these then. Careful, I expect they're loaded. And I'll bet that if you search the flat, you'll find the Tommy gun they used to murder poor old Hodgson.
I might have known. I raced over here from the yard, but if anyone wanted to be here ahead of you, Conquest, he'd have to be like a flash of lightning.
Nice work, Desperado. There are £300 here.
Not bad for a night's work. I hope this tea's super strong.
What do you make of this wavy print here on the top banknote? Mandeville told me all about the blood-curdling happenings. When I woke up, I thought I had 2 heads.
I must say, you weigh your liquor well. No sign of dissipation at all.
Thought I'd better wake you. Gerald Chester has called to see you.
God help me, Conquest. I didn't know what to do. The voice, it was terrifying. I just can't do it. I don't have that sort of money. I told Mary that I wouldn't pay. I'd go to the police and come clean with my wife and face the consequences.
How could you?
I know it was cruel, but I was out of my mind with worry. Of course she crumpled. I couldn't think of what to do. Mary had told me of your kindness towards her.
Is your flat on the phone? Good. Pixie, phone Mary. Tell her we're on our way. I'll get the car.
I expect Mary's in the sitting room. After you, Miss Everard, Miss Conquest.
Freeze! All of you.
Get off!
Reach! Conquest. You too, Chester. Any yap from either of yous, and this doll gets it.
I'll do whatever you want.
Shut your trap, bud. Nobody's gonna hurt you. Now take it easy, sister. Just gotta cuff you.
There's no need to put those on the lady.
Can it? We heard you two work pretty good together. Okay, now frisk him good. Yeah, that's it. Wallet. Cigarette case. Lighter. That's it. Hey, don't forget the wristwatch. That's a swell piece. Must have cost plenty. Okay, now get in there, all of yous, with the other day.
No!
Come on.
They came just after Miss Everard telephoned. They said they'd kill Miss Everard first if I called out to warn you.
It's all right, Mary.
Just tell me what you want.
Pretty tough with the ladies, you boys from the Bronx.
Shoot your mouth up some more, buddy, and I'll fix you good.
Please, no.
Stop sniveling, lady. Nobody's gonna hurt you or your boss.
I don't understand.
You don't need to. Soon as it's dark, we're out of here with these two.
What are you going to do with them?
Mary, it's all right. Nothing's going to happen.
They can't do anything here. They'd never get away. And they can't move us until it's dark.
You mean we just have to wait here until dark and then you'll leave us alone?
Boy, are you dumb. Might as well get comfortable, bud. We got a nice long afternoon ahead of us. Hell, why don't they quit? Hey, take it easy. We're sitting pretty. What's eating you anyhow?
I don't know, that Conquest guy. There's something about him. I'd like to blast that calm look off his kisser.
And have half of Oxford Street on us in a second. You know how the voice said he wanted it played. Take it easy, huh? It's a cinch. Here, have one of his smokes and relax. Hey, watch him. Sit down, buddy, or else.
Rather crummy with the paperweight than risk a shot, eh? Interesting.
I'll spill your brains on the carpet just as easy with this. Now sit down. That's better. Now let's all settle down, shall we?
Conquest.
Why don't this work?
Everybody! Whoa, help me, whoa!
No, Pixie! The windows!
The curtains! The whole flat's on fire! Help! Up here!
Mary, Chester! Follow Pixie! Make for the front door!
The flap was gutted, Conquest, and you expect me to believe it's all down to your cigarette lighter?
My number 3. In fact, it works perfectly normally until you slide the catch so, and then you have a supply of highly compressed acetylene gas, enough to cut through 1-inch steel plate. I just had time to throw the switch before they took it from me. Then it was just a case of waiting for the fireworks.
You and your tricky gadgets. It's just incredible the 4 of you got out of there. One of those gorillas that burns to the bone on his hand. It'll be weeks before I can question either of them.
Where's Mary now? Is she all right?
I sent her home with a constable on guard. I couldn't get a thing out of Chester. He scuttled off to his home at Marlow. Scared stiff the truth will come out and hit the headlines. It would ruin him, of course.
Conquest? Just before the lighter went off, when you made your move to distract them, and Walt went to crown you with the paperweight.
Good work, Pixie. You spotted it.
Spotted what? Will one of you tell me what you're looking so smug about?
Gentleman to see you, sir. I said I wasn't to be disturbed. Has he got a name?
His name is Norman Conquest. That'll be all.
I'm glad you've come, Conquest. I had been feeling better, but I don't know. Perhaps it's this storm coming.
You're going to get a storm this evening, all right. Sit down. Relax.
Oh, I can't relax. I keep wondering if they're going to come for their money.
Well, cease wondering. I'm here.
Good God, you! Are you the Black Ring agent?
Oh, come off it, voice. I might as well collect the money as well as anyone else.
Are you mad? Why do you call me that?
Oh, you're clever, voice. Damned clever. But this time you've made 1 or 2 careless blunders.
You're raving. Please, Conquest, put that gun away. Damn it, man. I'm one of the Black Ring's victims.
You had young Mary Langford fooled. Had me fooled for a while, too. But you know, I don't think you ever did fool Pixie. I've got your number now, voice. Put your hands on top of your head and keep them there.
No, I tell you, Conquest, you've got this all wrong.
It's a nice trap you set, coming to see me. You knew I'd go to help Mary Langford. You even arranged for those thugs from Hell's Kitchen to play rough with you. But really, the only item on the agenda was to kill young Pixie and me.
For God's sake, this is preposterous. Man alive, if I'd wanted to kill you, why would I have gone to the trouble of trying to fool you?
Not me, Miss Langford. She would keep you clear of any suspicion afterwards.
I don't know what you're getting at.
I'll tell you. When your American cousin went to brain me with that chromium paperweight, something struck me.
I wish he had. I don't see what this is.
I saw the bottom of this paperweight. It was at that moment that I knew beyond the shadow of a doubt that you were the voice. Unusual, isn't it? That pattern on the bottom, sort of wavy link, stands out with that dried ink. I wonder who upset the inkwell, you or your trusty go-between, Chick.
I still don't.
Oh, you will. You will. I paid Marty and his pals a visit last night. Welcoming fellows they are, but to cut a long story, they let me have this. Recognize it? It's the advance you so generously shelled out. Prematurely, it now seems, for my untimely demise.
Damn you.
The really interesting bit is this, though. Look here, on the top £20 note, it's a neat print, a bit faint, granted, of that unusual wavy pattern.
You're sharp, Conquest, but you'll get nowhere with this. You can't prove a thing.
I'll admit I fell for your story at first.
And that story holds. Stop bluffing, Conquest. What if I am the voice who daren't shoot? I'm a man of high integrity in the city, and I'm a known victim of the Black Ring gang. You pull that trigger, and you'll swing at the end of a rope.
I'm here to put you behind bars where you belong.
You've given me more trouble than I anticipated, Conquest, but next time I'll kill you. Yes, damn it, I'll get you. I'll be ready for you. You and your tricky gadgets.
Oh, you mean like this one?
What?
The beauty of my gadgets is that you never know when they're staring you in the face, like now.
It's not a gun at all.
Correct. It's a microphone. It doesn't shoot bullets.
Then you're dead, Conquest.
But it does spray knockout gas. Did you get all that, Bill? Hello, Bill. Can you hear me?
Conquest!
Ah, there you are, Bill. Did you get all that?
Oh, yes. Get some handcuffs on me, Sergeant.
Sir?
I'm sorry I doubted these earphones, Conquest. I heard every word. It's incredible. But you took a bit of a risk with the gas, didn't you? I mean, what if it hadn't taken effect?
Have you ever known one of my gadgets to let me down?
Many thanks, Conquest. When Marty and his cronies hobble out of hospital, they can all join their boss, the voice, here in the dock of the Old Bailey. But why the grim look, eh? Well done. You've done a great job.
He'll be here any moment. Bill, he'll be... Desperado, are you all right?
What's that, funny face?
You've got a strange look.
Can't blame me for that. Talk to my parents.
You know what I mean. That sort of frown you get.
Where is Bill? If we miss curtain up again, I'm going to give up on this show.
Don't try to change the subject. Something's bothering you. You can't fool me. What's up?
1066.
1066. Governor, jam jar's all ready for you.
Beautiful timing, Brother Mandy. We'll come down to the garage right away.
Mandeville. We'll see you when we see you.
Very good, Miss Joy. I'll let the Chief Inspector know you've got on ahead, then.
Stand clear, Mandy. I'll open the garage door.
Blimey!
Put out the lights, Mandy. Pixie, stay in the car, but get down. Are you both all right?
Desperado, what is going on?
Governor, I might be wrong, but I thought I caught sight of the flashes.
You thought right, Brother Mandy. I see him skulking in the shadows over by the canal. Pixie!
Before you ask, no. In case you hadn't noticed, there's not really anywhere to conceal a gun in this frock.
I reckon I can get back to the door, Governor, and get inside.
Stay down. Damn, that was close, Mandy. The rat's got us cold here. He'll pick us off in his own time if we don't do something fast. Mandy, can you reach those tools? Slide over the biggest spanner you can find, will you? Right. Pixie, keep your head down below the dashboard. When I say I want you to turn on the Hispano's lights full on, full beam, right?
What are you going to do, Desperado? You'll never get all the way across the road.
I'll get as close as I need to while he's dazzled. Now, Pixie! Now!
Me arm!
Lost your gun, eh? Say your prayers, slime.
Yeah! Get off!
Aiming for me, pal? Well, let me make it easy for you. This close enough? A nice, clean job.
Good throw, Governor.
Well, well, well.
It's the one from the kiosk with the big ears.
Our friend with the wing nuts. Hold on to him, Mandy. He's coming round. Ah, right on his cue.
Oh, I'm sorry I'm late, Conquest. Miss Everard. Good Lord, have I missed something?
Bill, allow me to introduce the real voice.
It's a lie. Try and prove it, Conquest. Try and prove I'm the voice.
In times of stress, we're apt to slip into our natural tones, aren't we?
Good grief, that voice. It must be. Oh, but damn it, Conquest, are you absolutely sure this time?
It was clever of him to pose as an underling of the gang. Even his own agents thought he was just a go-between. Remember when he used to sit in that cigarette kiosk? He was actually giving orders, not just passing them on. Manny O'Leary was just one of his agents looking after the nightclub end of the game, and Gerald Chester was another in charge of the city department. It's my bet that they'll both sing to try and save their necks once they know that the voice is under lock and key.
I'll kill you for this, Conquest, so help me. I'll get you! I'll get you all somehow!
The only thing that you're going to get is the full weight of British justice. Voice. You're going to stand in the dock of the Old Bailey with your cronies and answer for the Blatt and Hodgson's killings. And innocent victims like young Mary Langford can breathe again, safe in the knowledge that you are behind bars.
You think you're so smart, Conquest? You think you're so
I
game?
don't have time for that, your dribble voice. You're in a hurry.
No, wait! No, you can't put me in here! No, I won't!
Don't be silly, voice. You're in. Bolt it, Mandeville. You should feel quite at home, voice. There are normally more rats in there than coal. Here, take this pistol, Mandy. If he gives you any trouble...
With pleasure, Governor.
Conquest?
Bill, I've been promising to take Pixie to this infernal show since the first moment we got off the aeroplane. This time, not even the voice is going to stop me. You coming?
Let me out, you swine!
Do you think that rat will have frozen completely solid in the coal cellar by now, Desperado?
Oh, I think he'll survive. Long enough to face justice.
I think Bill's trying to drown out the engine with his snoring.
All that applauding and cheering has worn him out. Sweet William.
You shouldn't have done it, Norman.
Done what?
You know what I mean. I nearly had heart failure when I saw you race out across the road. If you'd missed with that spanner, that was a crazy thing to do.
There wasn't any real risk, funny face. The voice was dazzled by the car's headlamps besides. It all worked out, didn't it?
In Conquest Marches On, adapted by Guy Fithen from the book by Barclay Gray, Christopher Cazenove played Norman Conquest, and Bonnie Langford played Pixie. Richard Davis played Chief Inspector Williams, Colin Spall, Mandeville Livingston, Jack Claff, The Voice, Hetty Baines, Mary Langford, Gavin Muir, Mr. Chester, Steve Hodson, Walt, and Richard Tate, Beetle. Other parts were played by members of the cast. Music was composed by Robert Rigby. Conquest Marches On was produced by Stuart Richards and Michael Cameron and is a Mr. Punch production. The director was Adrian Bean.